Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Trails of Cold Steel 4 part 131. In the previous video we almost kind of got close to beginning to end our time in Michelin. Got to see all of our various different events and whatnot. We do still have a few things to do because there's apparently some people that I didn't talk to after we did the Cassius thing. There's Mint and Elliot and crew, and there's some people outside, and maybe over at the... I think I already checked the Ferris wheel, but I just think I didn't check this area at the end of the last video. And then we can finally start doing Bond event stuff. Hey, sorry I'm late. Look how I ran into my way over though. Hey everyone. Didn't know we'd all be wandering the park together. That's right, we were planning on taking a look around as a foursome. Of course, you're welcome to join us, Elliot. I mean, the RCL performance rap party has been kind of put off after all. Hope you'll join us. Ferris and I couldn't be there for the rehearsal, so we'd love to hear all about working with them. Well, sure, I'd be happy to. Once again, Elliot is drowning in it. Also, I was actually planning a little performance of my own later. You're welcome to join me if you like. Sorry, Alan, your girl has been stolen? That sounds wonderful. There's nothing like music to lift one's spirits. Yeah, and lifting spirits is what tonight is for. I'll lift the audience spirits so high they'll rip right out of their bodies. That might not be quite as soothing as we're hoping for, Mint. Count me in too. That sounds like it'll be fun. Nice to see all of them laughing and smiling together. One thing bothers me though. Did Mint say she just ran into Elliot? Pretty sure she told me she was planning to meet up with him. Well, as long as they're having fun. I think she means she probably literally barreled into him. It'll be fun to see them all perform together again. I can't wait. Oh, and we'll be invited her to marry. It'll be a whole winter reunion. But she's talking with Uncle Makarov right now. Wonder how that's all going. Guess I'll have to go ask her what she's done. Maybe you should let her be. Absolutely not. Anyway, let's enjoy the attractions. It's been a while since we got together for the others like this. I think I'll try to catch up with them while they're having fun. Came to a sort of conclusion on the matter of Bridget needed a device on. We're thinking that the five of us should go around together. I also want to hear more about Elliot's adventures on tour. He's been doing these impromptu performances in churches all over the Empire. I'm sure he has all sorts of stories to share. Right, I miss Arkansas's performance, so I'm especially looking forward to tonight. I imagine the performance will be even more stunning in the light of the full moon. I can't wait to see it for myself. I really wanted the girls to have a place where they could just be girls and have fun. But, well, it is just Elliot. At least I'm probably the girls over to at Thor's. I'm honestly glad to let him have a place in their group. Alright, whatever. You... Don't blow up my spot, man. Margarita, when did you change? Oh, I got a little package, so I nibbled on the cereal ball I brought along. Would you like a bite? No, thank you. I'm alright. Such a peaceful night, isn't it? But my, how cold. I can already feel my lips drying out. Do they look dry to you, Vincent? Take a good close look. She asked me to kiss her. Well, I never should have to take that nibble of a cereal bar. No, I gotta be so callous. Love is blind, is it not? No matter her appearance, Margarita is still my darling Margarita. I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually. Vincent, compose yourself, gather your nerve. I know full well that Margarita is a smart, good-hearted, passionate woman, so why must I waver so? Would I be so this indecisive that she were in a slim form? Am I really so superficial? I mean, I don't know. I'm just gonna say no comment on that. Okay, so I think we're good. I think we've talked to everyone. I think those are just the main people that I never went over to check. Alright, I think it's time to enter Bachelor Rean at long last. And then we'll do all the others later, because this video is going to be fucking forever long, probably. For better or worse. On today will make the story progress. Before long, the festivities started to come to a close. Those who attended readied themselves to head back to the hotel. After parting ways with everyone else, Rean found himself wandering towards the pier with no particular purpose in mind. Ah, you can see just about everything from here. Yeah, I mean, you can see all the water, I guess. Courageous too, the Merkabas, the Bobcat, even the Panther Girl. Yep, everything. And across from it all, Crossbell City and the blinding lights of Orcus Tower. Celebration's gonna be over soon. Everyone's probably heading back to their rooms.
What a wonderful breeze.
That sounds like...
Wow, this is an amazing view.
Okay, it's Bachelor Rean, where he just gets to be
I can see Michelin,
peeping Tom.
the Pantagruel, and even Crossbell City. Bringing me here to sober up. My, you really know how to show a girl a good time.
Oh, it's nothing like that. I simply got the idea when we landed here this evening. More to the point, I had anticipated your inevitable inebriation, my dear Shara.
Not
you
his
really
most
do know me.
crazy prediction.
This is nice. I miss those days when we were able to share drinks together. But you've been doing a fantastic job ever since coming back to the Empire. Though they call you debaucherous prince, you never let it get to you. You've been there for your family. Hell, the whole Empire.
Well, I've never been without people supporting me. Mueller, my parents, Alphen, Class 7, the Viscount, the Erebonian Bracers. I can't forget Lloyd's team, and, of course, Estelle and Joshua. But most of all, you.
No, I couldn't do a thing to help you. Sure, I held on to the artifact for you and acted as a liaison. But I couldn't stop the Courageous from being destroyed. I couldn't keep you safe. I'm sorry, Olivier. I'm sorry that I wasn't there for you. It must have been painful. You've suffered so much.
Now that you're here, all that pain is but a distant memory. We'll be there tomorrow. Together. That's all that matters.
But... No, you're right. Just leave it to me. The silver streak will light the way for your radiant wings.
I'll be counting on it. And it may not be fair to ask you at a time like this, yet. If we can claim victory in tomorrow's battle and stop the Great Twilight, if we can put out the fires of war and bring peace to this land once more, would you do me the honor of becoming my wife?
He's gonna call out Rean for peeping on him. Do you like run away? Ooh, didn't mean to invade their privacy there. Still, I knew they were close, but not this close. That incident in Liberal must have really helped bring them together. This is the part where they're like, please buy the Sky games, please. Can't say for sure if she'll accept his proposal or not. I really hope she does, and I'm rooting for you, Your Highness. That's a nice scene, though. Bachelor Rean, hanging with the boys. Rean? Weren't you going somewhere? No, I had some things to think about. I didn't want to imagine things ending like this. Once everything's all sorted out, I'll talk to her again. I see. Definitely expected that from you, Rean. Alright, that Patrick girl's here, isn't she, Machias? Were you planning to meet up with her tonight? No, we're not like that anyway. Come to think of it, weren't you talking to a few girls, Elliot? Yeah, I was just thinking of heading out, actually. Gaius and Eustace are probably gonna be out late, too. Is that right? Why, am I the only one who left flying solo? Hand me a towel, he's dirty dancing? See you guys later. I won't be too long, but if it gets late, don't feel like you have to wait up. Go ahead and have fun. Don't trip over yourself having a good time. Don't tell me I have to fucking hang with Machias. Oh god, maybe being a bachelor's not worth it. Even Elliot's got a date tonight, huh? By the way, Machias. You really that unlucky in love, dude? That's not to break my heart. Well, you're one to talk. Forget about it. The three of us can have a drink together. At least we got each other, right? Oh? At least the sky lanterns. They're really beautiful. So I don't really know exactly how, like, I've been told you're supposed to keep going until the next day before we start to, like, reload and do the other Bond events. Now, that may not be, like, as important for Bachelor Rean, because there's really nobody for him to freaking talk to. But, I mean, I guess maybe you can talk to fucking Magius, I guess. We'll keep going for a little bit, and then we'll start reloading for infinite bonding time. The Great War begins. Okay, gang, so, like, I know we're supposed to be going to the fortress by noon, but, like, what if we toured all of Erebonia first? Just kidding. Dot, dot, dot. Unless... Rex would never talk to Freddy. I don't buy that. Yo, Kyrie's got a fucking hat. What do you think the over-under on Cerberus being the Great One? Do you think there's any chance of that being the case? Kyrie, run! So, I think I broke Valimar. He's dead now. I'm sorry. I like how they're trying to give everyone a scene and they're just like, Gustav, I don't know, man. He's just looking for some shit. He's looking for, you know, some fucking bleach in the back storage closet.
The current time is 05:13 hours. All ships will be in position by 11:45 hours.
Oh, that's 6 hours? That's so much cat saving time?
We've got the Bobcat 2 and the Merkaba, not to mention the Pantagruel landing craft and the Ouroboros ships.
Each team will infiltrate their assigned pale. Once the barrier is down, the Courageous 2 will charge the Imperial Fortress.
Yeah, I guess we would have a... It actually does kind of make sense that there would be some downtime then. Yeah, they have to do all the pales first?
If all goes according to plan, it should be 12:30 hours by then. You shouldn't need to worry about interference from the Imperial Air Force, but be vigilant for the Crimson Ark.
That's right. It doesn't appear as though they intend to directly participate in Operation Jormungand.
Agreed. We should all be on our guard.
Your Lordship, Sharon, Angelica, Duvally.
Rose, Tita, Randy, we're all counting on you.
Got it. The rendezvous with George isn't until after 11, though.
No.
I would like nothing more than to be of use to
Okay,
you.
so is that how we're gonna do
If
our
there's
final
anything at
tour
all
of
you require
Erebonia?
of me, please,
This
don't
does
hesitate
make
to
more
ask.
sense than doing it after, like doing the fortress and then having to do it.
Same with me. I'll lend you my aid where I can.
I'll be sticking around until you guys meet up too. But it looks like Lloyd and the others aren't going to be free until the very last minute.
You're all so fucking lame.
It's the same for Estelle's group, too. I'm going to give this everything I've got, right until the very end.
I am a little sad that we never, like, there should have at least been one section where you had Estelle and Joshua and Lloyd and Ellie on the ship. Come on.
I can go wherever I'm needed. Maintenance, ground patrol, whatever you need. You young folk can take care of all the preparations. We shall sit back and wait for our turn to arrive.
If you require assistance with tactics or have questions about the ship's operation, I am prepared to offer my assistance.
Thank you, Father.
You too, Grandmother. But don't get too excited, okay?
Seriously, you have a tendency to get way too worked up.
Yeah, because I guess I don't know, it felt like it. They're both like a little weird, like us being like, let's go hang around Erebonia for a few hours. Like, I think it does make sense though, since you have to do the Pales first. But it is kind of with them being all, it's our final day together stuff last night, and it's like, yeah, but then we're gonna spend, 10 hours running around Erebonia.
Hey, do not talk to your creator like that.
So I didn't know if maybe they were gonna try and transition into the fortress stuff immediately, or I kind of wish that was the case because I haven't done any combat in like 2 weeks, man. I'm jonesing.
I know we'll be in good hands.
Shall we get started then?
Yes. This could be our final special ops mission.
Between the Pales, the Imperial Fortress, and the imminent war, anything could happen.
Shit's looking crazy as hell down there.
Yep. We got a number of requests,
Oh,
too.
you fuckers.
Best check them out before you forget.
Yeah,
Why?
some of them seem pretty important.
You know what's also pretty important? Us winning the war before it starts or whatever.
Seems like there are a bunch of magic knights and cryptids popping up too.
Yeah, there's about to be there's a war going out outside, man.
At this point,
No one is safe from it.
it would be best to handle everything all at once, yes?
It seems we'll have a chance to show the world what the Radiant Wings can do.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do in the main story, guys. I don't need to go fight any cryptids.
Good luck, everyone.
I mean, do I want to fight some cryptids? Yes.
We'll be supporting you from here the whole time.
Who are you?
Got it. We'll be counting on you. Okay, Class 7. Our final batch of Special Ops missions begins now. Let's be the flashing blade that illuminates the darkness. Together, we'll light the path ahead for the world.
Like, really, I think everyone should have just slept in instead. Because, I mean, they were up pretty late. It's 5 in the morning. That means, like, best case scenario, they went to bed at 11. They've gotten 6 hours of sleep. Now, I mean, that's, like, fine. That's plenty, I suppose. But I feel like you might want to be even more rested up if you're going to battle to decide the fate of the world or whatever.
We're all going to have to work together to make this happen.
I'm just saying, if one of you motherfuckers yawns during the final dungeon, you're out.
The deadline is 1100 hours. We'll need to finish everything up by then. May Adios be with us. Let's go, Class 7! Right!
Scattered petals, dying flames. I don't know. Initial thoughts on finale title. I don't know. I guess I don't have any. It's not like, oh my god, that's amazing, but it seems decent. I kind of like it. Alright, it doesn't really matter. Situation in Western Erebony is completely changed. Oh god. You can export targets to this tower. About Millium's orders. Using your party, Millium's Brave Order white decoration will be available. Okay. New weapons and armor can be afforded to purchase. Ah. Oh god. They're blowing up our phone, man. Oh, is it the Black Records? Thanks for waiting, Rean. Sorry for being so abrupt. The final volume of the Black Records, deciphered at long last. So you're finished. Thank you for being so diligent with this. Let me tell you, this volume had some very intriguing things written in it. I highly debate that. It's just gonna be like a bunch of vague fucking bullshit that doesn't mean a damn thing. I'll transfer everything to your Arcus 2 at once. I cannot thank you enough, Thomas. You can now read the Black Records. Well, we'll read it another day. Alright. So we got to see all that. Wasn't probably too much there with Rean, but at least you went ahead and made some slight story progress. How do we do this again? So we're going to start. Like, we want to be at the Ferris wheel just because that's something that everyone's available at. Okay, so who do we want to start with? I want to do, honestly, okay, here's what we'll do. I kind of want to do Elise first, just to get her out the fucking way. But I don't want to start with Elise because, well, I don't want to be pre-tilted. Alright, you know what? We'll do Elisa first. We'll do Elisa, then Elise, and then I don't know how we're going to do it from there. Elisa's should be very decent, is kind of my hope. Maybe even good. But I don't foresee it being like, you know, Elise level, if nothing else. I'm not sure this is the right thing to do, but can we talk again after all this is over? Sure, I don't mind. I get the feeling you might end up busy then. Still feel like it later, just call me on my Arcus. I'll be waiting. Right, I will. Okay, Rean has the second question. How does he call you on your Arcus? Rean doesn't understand. So, I mean, I guess it's just if we call a day, it'll... Because I don't know, it seems like you can make dates with multiple people, but does it just do it on whoever is last, or does it give us a second prompt to pick here? Because, I mean, I would assume they're mutually exclusive. I mean, that would have to be, right? It wouldn't really make too much sense if you're like, oh, Lisa, I love you, and then, like, 2 seconds later, Laura pops up. It's like, hey, it's time for our date. Okay. Should I make a decision soon? Should I ask her to meet again? Or should I stop myself assuming the worst of my fate tomorrow?
What a wonderful... Wow, this is
the Olivier scene is going to make this a bit more tedious. I don't know, we might have to do some, like... Some editing or something. To make this not take forever. I mean, it'll still take forever for me, but it might make the video a bit better. Because this is like taking too long to skip through. I mean, invade their privacy there. I knew they were close, but not this close. We burned this problem together. What am I saying? I think well, maybe skipping an event. I mean, we wouldn't want to do it now, but maybe in the future we'll try it out. Who should I spend my last night with? Okay. So it's just if you accept the invitations, you could... Okay, so we could do it... I mean, it feels really bad to, like, ask the characters and then, ghost their ass for someone else. Like, it feels like it makes more sense, but you can only have the one invitation. Especially for the ones that Rean invites them. It's one thing for the characters that invite Rean. But, I mean, it does feel kind of bad to say if you were to be like, yo, Laura, let's meet up for a date, and then you just fucking ghost her ass. I don't know why Laura keeps being my example, but... Elisa.
Rean!
I'm glad you came. For a moment, I thought you weren't going to show. I was here first, Rean. Yeah, okay, whatever.
I'm sorry.
I see, then you don't...
Oh no, that's not what I meant. I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused you, when all you've done is your best. And I'm only realizing now how stupid I've been acting this whole time.
Lisa. You don't need to think of it like that. You did what you had to. I'm the sacrifice, Lisa. No one knows how tomorrow might turn out. This might be our last chance to talk. And I don't want either of us to have any regrets. That's why I asked you to meet me here.
Rean.
Lisa, I need to tell you how I feel.
Wait. Please, let me say it first. This time, for real. I'm going to be brave, so please. I love you. Maybe it's not fair after I was so wishy-washy about my feelings. But I can't give you up. I just can't. I want you, Rean. Here, with me.
Lisa. I feel exactly the same. I want to be here with you too, Elisa. Now, I don't care enough to, like, you know, talk myself or anything, but...
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, almost like a dream.
Rean, I'd like to stay with you tonight. Would that be okay?
Of course, the whole night through, until dawn breaks. Yo, Rean, we gotta get some rest. We fighting Osborne, man's falling asleep. He was too busy. Oh, sorry, the world ended. Rean had to get some. Yeah, we don't want to make too many saves because I'll get confused. I don't know. I don't really know. I guess we just fast forward through all this. Someone's gonna have to fall on the sword and see, like, because I mean, I don't know what if I can just skip next scene or if that would go too far. We'll maybe try it on our next one. Because just the fast forwarding's a little too slow. Okay, so that probably counts as one scene. We could skip that one.
The current time, all ship.
We've got the box.
Each, if all goes, you shouldn't need. That's.
Your Lord
Rose. Got it.
I would like.
Same with.
Probably stick out. It looks.
It's the same. I can go wherever. You young.
If you
Thank you.
Hey.
I know.
Yes.
Between shits.
Yep. Yeah.
Seem at this.
Good. We'll be support.
Got it. Okay, Clyde.
Yep.
Let's be. We're all go. The deadline. May 80. Right.
Yep, it's the dang old finale. Nothing happened? Situation was completely changed. Do we have to go talk to whoever we picked again? I don't know, I just heard there was, I mean, this seems like a little tedious. I don't care about Alan. Alright, I don't know if I'm actually gonna do this. If it's just like a couple of like an extra line of dialogue, Hey, Lisa, it's Ida we've been doing some operating data for last minute tweaks, except, but, Straight up without you, so thank you. I thank you as well. Time to put all that research to good use. Yeah, we'll show these overseers about building a better world. Okay, I don't know. I was told there was apparently supposed to be, like, extra dialogue after, on the day after? Now, if you have to play any past all this to see it, I mean, that's obviously, like, unrealistic, so I guess we can probably just actually end after the scene itself. Now, I will say, that was honestly, for Elisa especially, considering he's kind of somewhat the canon choice, that was a little underwhelming. What? If I'm being completely honest. Alright, let's just get you out the fucking way. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was just kind of basic, I guess. I mean, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but okay. So if we hit next scene, I mean, at the very least, it can't make us go past this. Anything with a choice will be fine on.
Rean!
I need to rush, Elise. I'm not going anywhere.
Not going anywhere? I was afraid you'd be gone already.
It's not too late, Rean. You can jump into the ocean and never be seen again. No one would blame you.
I mean, don't you already have someone else to meet?
Not at all. Honestly, at first I hesitated to call, but in the end I knew I had to go through with it. At least you've been acting really weird these last 4 games, and I have to let you know it's not fucking okay. Is that what you're gonna say, Rean? Right? Right? You were honest with me, so now I have to be honest with you more than anything.
I'm ready for your answer. Whatever it is, all I want is the truth.
I just said it. You've been acting weird, and it's kind of like not cool, and honestly, we're gonna get a restraining order. Of course, I'll give you no less. You know, why would you say this, man? You'll always be my little sister. That much will never change. 14 years ago when we first met, you looked at me with those innocent eyes of yours. And even though I'd lost my memory at that moment, I vowed to protect you with my whole life. You were fucking 6 years old? You're like, yeah, I'll protect you with my life? Like, you were probably more busy like, ooh, snow angels. You're my one and only sister. It fell to me to make sure you were happy above all else.
Thank you. I understand. You don't need to say any more.
I wasn't finished. Once you told me how you felt, my whole world spun. I didn't know how to react. But still, I was happy. That much I knew for sure.
What do you...
I'm the sacrifice, Elise. We don't know what'll happen to me after tomorrow's battle. Well, you know that as well as I do. More than anything, I want you to go with someone who makes you happy. Yeah, someone not called Rean. The more I thought about it, the more I wondered if I would even be the best person for you. You wouldn't. Even before all this, I've always resented my own weakness as a swordsman, as an instructor, and as a man. Honestly, I found it kind of appalling how lost I got in my own self-loathing. So now, I just don't know what to do.
Oh, Rean!
Whoa, did you hear anything I just said?
I don't care. That you even considered it is more than I could ever have hoped for. It's like you said, there's no need to rush. As long as you know how I feel, that's more than enough for me.
Yeah, also the lack of dialogue or the voice acting for Rean, I think really undermines them. I don't know, it just feels kind of weird.
It's so beautiful.
It sure is. We have a lot to talk about tonight. About Mom and Dad and Ymir and the legality of it all. And here we go from here.
Of course.
I mean, who am I kidding? There's no way Erebony has any fucking laws about, any of that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess there's nothing here after all? I mean, unless it was just Elisa has nothing, which doesn't make any sense. Oh my god, these are all countive scenes? Every single one of them? What the hell is wrong with you people? Or maybe there is something, but like obviously I can't play through this whole section and reload every single time. That's absolutely crazy. I mean, unless you could like, unless you're supposed to like go to the fortress immediately and ignore the stuff. I really don't want to. All right, we figured it out. What the issue was is that it was when you go and talk to them again. It was just that Elisa is part of a double dialogue event, so it still just plays her normal dialogue with Tita instead of playing the specific dialogue you're supposed to see. At least what I'm assuming would happen, because I went back and I tested it with Elise actually instead of Elisa, so I saw Elisa's dialogue where she's just like, hey, don't fucking die, and Rean's like, I'll do my best. So that's what it was. I did end up well, I probably shouldn't have done this, but I did kind of skim through, like, trying to... Because I thought it was going to be, like, an actual scene. Not just, like, extra random NPC dialogue. Like, I thought that was going to be, like, a follow-up scene, like, you know, the morning of, where they're still together, whoever it is that you pick. Especially considering the Elisa scene in particular was, like, a little... And the Elise... I mean, they're both were, like, honestly a little underwhelming. To a degree, Elisa's honestly may have even been better than Elisa's. Elisa's just felt so fucking basic. At least Elisa's had, like some emoting from Rean there. When he talks about how, like, you know, his own insecurities. We'll do Alphen next. So I did see, like, the beginning of the next, like, story section after you say I'm not gonna do anything. I'm probably gonna cut most of that out, and by the time we eventually get to that, it'll be fresh in my mind anyway. But there wasn't any, like, you know, major things that happened, but I got to see some of the panning shots, the slow panning shots of stuff that's gonna happen, I guess. But yeah, so we'll just have to remember to talk to the actual person multiple times to see all the dialogue in the future, so we can straight up skip all these. Okay, got a dang old... So I mean, I guess we could go ahead and accept them all, and then just pick whatever one we want. We don't have to reload each time, I guess. So I guess I'll pause and set them all up, and then we'll do that, we'll start working on that from there, and we'll do Alphens in a second. Alright, we're back again. I set up all the bond events we could, because I remembered also I can't do all of them, because some of the ones where you have to actually invite the person yourself, there's extra dialogue there, so we're going to want to go through those manually, but I set up the ones that we'd already seen where they invite us and there's no extra dialogue. We're back on the Elisa one where we can talk to her again and see if she says anything in particular. So we saw this part already, but I think it's just maybe if we talk to you personally, you say something. I can't shake this feeling that I'm still in a dream. Yeah, I feel exactly the same. Feels like last night didn't even happen. Look at us, we're acting like kids, but we need to keep things professional. Agreed. These skiers aren't just weapons of war, they've been developed to assist disaster sites as well. We gotta show our opponents their true value. Okay, so we saw that. There's also, this is on the Elise save. Now, Elise actually says the exact same thing. There's one slightly different... It's not even a different line, it's just Rean thinks to himself. I was wondering you come to see me, but I feel like it won't be long for you to take up your sword and leave again. Know that I'll use all I've learned to support you and your friends. Elise, thank you. I'd like nothing more than to stop by Ymir and talk with Dad, but well... I understand the situation you're in, but I need you to make me a promise. You have to survive and return to Ymir. Elise? You know, I'm not taking this lightly. It's a complicated situation. Alright, I promise. I'll win these rivalries and return to everyone, safe and sound. And when I do, I'll be able to address your feelings properly. That's the line that's different. Her other dialogue, I think, was the exact same, but... It's alright. It's very minor dialogue changes, but fuck it, we'll do them. Just make this video 4 hours long. It's okay. It's not like I only have a backlog of, I don't know, 5 videos? Oh, God. It's alright. So we invited some of the characters who give you the invitations by default. So now we're going to go through and... Because I'm pretty sure Laura, Emma, Fee, Sarah, and Toa you all have to manually invite. I believe. I've got so many freaking saves because I just want to keep making new ones instead of accidentally saving over something. Sorry, I'm trying to think how the best way to do this. Let's go ahead and get all our invitations out there. Now, we don't want to accidentally skip all because it will skip the extra dialogue from the option as well. So we want to go through these manually. It's just, this has been such a fucking cluster. Make a day with Laura. Laura, I don't know if I'm in any position to ask this of you. Would you mind if we had a talk together later tonight? I won't ghost you or nothing, I promise. You mean... I have no reason to refuse, but you may find yourself busier than you expected. Call me about Arcus 2 when you're ready to confirm, and I'll be waiting. Sure thing. I mean, at least they do kind of present it as like a, oh, well, you know, you probably won't call me anyway, so... I guess it doesn't feel as bad as ghosting, but it is so weird that some of the characters automatically invite you and others you have to manually invite. That's kind of odd. Alright, yeah. Toa, I don't remember if Toa manually invited you or not. I think she didn't manually, or you had to manually invite her. Hey, Emma. If it's alright with you, would you like to spend a little bit of time together later tonight? Oh, I would love to. As long as you aren't too busy yourself, that is. I just heard from Laura, though, that you already promised to have a date with her. Oh, shit! Contact me on your Arcus once you know for sure. I'll be waiting. Sure thing. Make a date with Emma. Okay, no, you don't want to reload. We just want to keep knocking these out. Okay, get on my way, Michette. But yeah, definitely wish this could have been structured a bit better, but I don't know, there was a lot of, I guess, not really exactly knowing how this stuff played out. Fee. There's gonna be a lot of ums. Would you like to spend some more time with me later tonight? Huh? I mean, yeah, totally. I bet you're already busy enough as it is, or, you know, something else might come up. Just shoot me a call about Arcus once you know for sure, okay? Yeah. You know, I know it's them supposed to be, like, accommodating. They're being like, oh, you know, don't feel obligated. Like, if you don't end up calling me, I won't be mad. But it feels almost like they're like, you don't have to. You know, if something else comes up and you don't want to call me, oh, that's fine. I won't be bummed. Oh, dang, sure would suck. It's almost like they don't want him to call them. Like, oh, you don't feel like you have to do it or nothing. Toa, would you have time to chat later? Oh? Yeah, that's fine. I'm just worried that you might find yourself too busy later, but if you're not, contact me in the Arcus too and I'll wait for your call. Yeah. Oh, you know, Rean, you're so busy. I don't know if you really have time for us to talk later. You should really focus on other things, you know? That's kind of the vibe I get. I think Sarah was also a manual. I guess it's basically, well, it's not exclusively new Class 7 are the ones that invite you. Because, like, you know, Alphen invites you manually and Elise does as well. Afterward, Rean decided to walk back with Sarah. They enjoyed the night air along the way, stretching out the evening as long as they could. Listen, instructor, do you have time to chat later someplace? Sure. Don't let me take up your time if you got other people you need to see. I wouldn't want to get in the way of that. Why don't you get a hold of your Argus if you still want to meet? Yeah. And then we can kick Eustace and Milliam out of their spot. Say, get the hell out of here. Alright. So now that we have all this set up, and remember back when we were Kurt? And good times. Remember back in the simple days? We were Kurt motherfucking Vander. Brings a dying tear to the eye. Alright. That's enough of that. Okay, call it a day. In free time. Now we can't skip all here, or else it will actually skip whoever you pick as well, which is stupid. But that's the way it works. I mean, it makes sense in both forms or fact, because it's like, I don't know, the skip all is like kind of inconsistent, where sometimes it skips everything and sometimes it doesn't, and in this case it skips everything. But I guess it does count as just the one scene. So we'll start with, I think we're going to do Alphen next. We're pretty much going to go in order from like, the least excited to most excited. And then we'll end the last one with like our canon choice. I mean, Elisa was really like a mid-tier option, but I just did her first just to, you know, have a decent start. But honestly, I was like, I mean, really, I'm not saying this to be controversial. I think Elisa's was actually very slightly better than Elisa's. Which, I mean, I know might come as a surprise considering I think Elisa's like the worst character in the whole game, but, well, she's up there. I mean, she's not like actively awful like Angelica or Claire or, I don't know, other characters. Princess Alpha?
I'm sorry, Rean. I tried to hold myself back. Really, I did. I know I'm not the one who should be standing here with you tonight. And yet, I couldn't stop myself from taking advantage of your kindness. The fact that you're here alone must mean that you and Elise aren't...
Stop being so weird. So you know. You're right, and I've already called her to apologize. I'll speak with her again tomorrow morning. Please don't misunderstand, Your Highness. I'm not the kind of person who keeps his feelings bottled up inside. Certainly not tonight of all. What the fuck are you talking about? Rean, that's exactly who you are. Certainly not tonight of all nights. No one compares to you, not even Elise. Honestly, I can't believe someone as amazing as you would consider someone like me. But still, I wanted you here with me on what may or very well be our last night together.
Rean. Oh, Rean!
Don't worry, we still have like 6 hours in the morning that we can hang out.
You have no idea how happy it makes me to hear that. I'm sorry, Elise. I'm so sorry.
Yo, could you like stop fucking talking about my sister right now? It's really fucking weird. It's like gonna be okay, at least we'll understand. Besides, I'm the sacrifice. There's no way of knowing what'll happen in tomorrow's battle, and the fact that you're the princess poses its own sort of hurdles for us. I don't want to rush into anything while we're still so unsure of what the future holds.
It's alright. I understand. Just being here in your arms is more than enough.
Yeah, probably could have done without all the Elise talk. They really went all out, didn't they?
So it seems. By the way, Rean, I have just one single request to make of you.
Anything.
Call me by my name. No more princesses. No more your highnesses. That's all I ask.
Okay, I really like that. Of course, Alphen. Tomorrow we'll fight for the Empire's future. Together.
Right.
Well, you know, I'll be fighting. You're not allowed to fight anymore. They decided, fuck you.
Together.
We can't let Alphen and Elise fight anymore. Instead, we got Angelica. I mean, honestly, okay, I kind of like that one. I'll be honest. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna pretend I didn't like something just because I don't like the character. I think that was actually, of the three, the best, just because I liked the Call Me Alphen line. That's good. Okay, we can skip all here. They're like, oh, the dang old sacred petals. Scattered petals. Okay. Yep. Alright, buddy, what's up? Once the special ops missions are finished, we'll be moving straight into the final battle. Please be careful, Rean. And if you can see that soldier comes out of this safe, nope, can do. Yeah, we can safely put him in prison until the rest of the time. Your Highness, you have my word. I'll do all that I can. I don't know how to put it, but your presence alone brings reassurance to the people around you. I ask you lend that reassurance and your support to everyone staying behind the courageous too, especially Oliver. Of course, I'll do whatever is in my power to assist them. I'm sure I'll pitch in quite a bit as an operator, and if push comes to shove, I'll have my orbital staff and arts to fall back on as well. Nope, you are not allowed to fight anymore, neither is Oliver. Instead, we have Angelica. You've really come into your own, Your Highness. Just as I mentioned last night, I can't afford to speak out of turn here, but I want to conquer these rivalries more than anything, so that I can appear before you once again when this is all over. Oh, Rean. Thank you, that means the whole world to me to hear. Please take care of yourself. I will. Alright. So that was actually not half bad out of 10. These 100% should have been voice acted. I feel like that's a big miss on their part. Like, definitely should have had the final Bond events be voice acted for Rean. Okay, remember, don't skip all. Who's next on the list of the rough list of descending to ascending? I mean, it's probably like Yuna. I mean, like, I really like Yuna as a character, but I do not give a shit about her relationship with Rean in a romantic sense.
Instructor Rean!
Here you are, Yuna. Sorry, looks like I got here a bit early.
No worries. I'm just glad you're here. But what about everyone else? Are you sure it's okay meeting up with me like this?
Oh, it's fine. It's like I promised I'd meet everyone or nothing. Honestly, no, I wasn't sure, and yet there I was reaching out to you. You were directing your feelings to me. It's only fair I do the same for you. It just felt like the right thing to do.
Hearing you say it like that is a little... Still, I've been preparing myself for this. Whatever your answer is, I'm ready to hear it. But before that, I wanted to apologize.
Apologize for what?
After the tennis match, In the heat of the moment, I just unloaded all my feelings on you out of nowhere. I know you, Instructor Rean. Once I confessed, I knew you'd put all your effort into coming up with just the right response. I know it couldn't have been easy for you. I must have weighed you down with my feelings. I wish I could just brush it off as a joke, say I was just kidding or something. But I can't, because none of it was a joke. I meant it all. Every word. I like you, Instructor Rean. When I'm with you, I'm always home.
I feel like we should just walk away because of how fucking unbelievably cheesy that was. You know, like we're about to date Lloyd. You know I'm the sacrifice. There's no telling what might happen in tomorrow's battle. I keep putting this off, telling myself that now wasn't the right time, but maybe there was never a right time to begin with. Maybe in truth it was I who hadn't come to terms with my own feelings yet. There's just something about you, your dedication, your perseverance. But nevertheless, you're still my student, so we literally can't date, so bye.
Huh?
I have a duty to instructor, and that's a line I just can't cross, so instead I'm gonna go date Sarah. See ya! If I did, I wouldn't be the same man you fell for. Until you recognize that distinction, I'm afraid I can't... you know, why are you your Tompas out?
Seriously? You're gonna come this far just to pull another one of your lectures on me?
Well, like, no, seriously, it's like, it's kind of like, it's an unethical in principle, and like, yeah, maybe in like, in certain microcosm situations, it can be like, somewhat acceptable, but on the other hand, we have, you know, we don't really want to normalize the idea of teachers dating their students just in general, like, yeah, okay, the age gap between us isn't that big, because Rean became an instructor at the age of like 19 or 20, which was like really fucking weird, and like, normally wouldn't happen, but, I don't really know where I'm going with this bit.
Of course you did. I mean, why wouldn't you? And I even kinda like that about you too. But... come on!
At the end of the day, you know, I still have a position of influence over you, and then turning that into a romantic relationship is kind of manipulative.
Fine. Fine. In that case, please, at least promise me this. Promise me you'll make it through tomorrow. I want you right there watching me when I graduate. And then, once that happens, we won't be teacher and student anymore.
Gross. You know. Doesn't that just turn me into a groomer, basically? Well, yeah, but like, it's different. Sorry, we had to put this on hold for so long.
Don't worry. I can wait. No matter what happens, my feelings for you will never change. I promise.
There's a unit I know. I mean, honestly, I at least like the length of this scene. Because that's kind of another issue I have with some of the others. They were like really short. Like the Elisa one in particular was super short. But I did not... I mean, I guess I would... There's maybe a little bit extra.
So beautiful. Yeah. It's almost like they're all out there cheering us on from the sky.
Know exactly what you mean. What do you mean, Yuna? They're lanterns. They can't cheer. Rean doesn't fucking get it. Let's give it everything we've got, Yuna, and help me keep my promise to you.
Right.
But honestly, that's probably the best of the four we've seen. I do like that you got a little bit more of Yuna's kind of unique personality, at least, like, showing through. I still just, like, I'm not invested in their... Like, even if I just ignore the kind of general uneasiness of Rean dating his students, it just feels off. Just in general. Just kind of like the same thing I have with like Sarah and Rean, where like I kind of feel like there's more chemistry there, but it still just feels weird. Just like in general, in practice. Okay, where the hell are you, Yuna? Yuna! Where are you? Oh god, I freaking look at the dang thing every time. Okay. Yuna! Yuna! The loading screens! Yuna, where are you? There you are. What's up? Keep up the good work, Yuna. Take care of yourself and don't be a burden on others. Jeez, guys, I'm not a little kid. I fought fucking Arian Road, you losers. Oh, but before you go, this is for you. It's my favorite brooch. I want you to have something too, my retro Mishi strap. What, are you sure you want to give these to me? No, not forever. You can return them when you get back. You have to come back safe, or else. Yeah, I will. Thank you both. I'll see you later. I haven't seen Yuna looking so motivated in a while. It's great to see she has friends who encourage her like this. Oh, it's Rean. Hey, Yuna, you need something for me? No, it's nothing. I'll be going with you today, so there's no need for us to say goodbye or anything, right? Sorry, Yuna, you got to fight in the Iron Road fight? That means you were banned. It's written all over your face, Yuna. So that's why you were so late getting back last night. Like, knock it off, you two. It's not like anything happened, okay? Yuna really is the type to dig her own grave. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I liked that one. For the most part. And so far, it's been, like, the ones that I think were going to be kind of, not most disappointing, but... Like, the Elise one was kind of okay. Alphan's was actually pretty good. Yuna's wasn't bad. Which is kind of weird, because, like, Elise's was, like, super disappointing, so... I was like, oh god, if hers is that, like, bland, I kind of figured these are going to be a lot worse, but they've actually been pretty good. Who's next on the rough tier list of descending order? It's probably Altina or Muse. I mean, I like Altina as a character way more than Muse, but, like, I absolutely hate the idea of there being any romantic anything between Rean and Altina. Let's go ahead and get it done.
Instructor Rean!
Like, I have even more, like, Altina's the character I have the most reservations about, I would say. In terms of, like, that it shouldn't have been a romantic relationship. It's like either Altina or Elise is, like, the one that I hate the most, that it's a romantic bend. Hey there, Altina, you're right on time.
Why?
I think Altina's is definitely, like, worse. It should not have been. I mean, we'll wait, and I guess I should wait and comment until we're done, but...
Why me, of all people?
Yeah, seriously, I'm gonna report you. Huh?
I spoke with Leonora just before coming to meet you. I must have been acting strangely. She noticed I was upset and offered some advice. As it turns out, all these feelings swirling around in my heart, they're...
I see. Sounds like you already figured it out.
Then why? Why did you call me here? This could be your last night alive. So why waste your time on some pale imitation? A fake who can't even understand her own feelings.
And more importantly, a 12-year-old girl.
It's not too late to call someone else. Someone who truly matters to you.
Honestly, I hesitated at first, but in the end, I chose to call you. That was my decision. What is more important than anything that I respond to those feelings of yours? We first met as enemies, but it wasn't long before I found out what a good person you really were. Then after you started helping me with my orders, something about you started to change. And ever since I became your instructor, your growth has been nothing short of spectacular. You well exceeded my expectations, so much so that I found myself captivated by how far you've come.
It seems that even someone as dependable as you has a vulnerable side. So, during those moments of weakness, I want to be the one to protect you.
That's the reason I chose you. It may seem trivial, but it's more than enough for me. So let me tell you this, Altina. You're no fake. Not now and not ever. You're gonna keep on growing and growing, and then before you know it, you'll surpass even Millium. Is that enough to convince you?
It struck Rean.
And they go. Perfect timing, huh?
Agreed. It's strange. A year ago, seeing this wouldn't make me feel a thing. But now, everything feels different. Now, this sight is so beautiful. I could almost cry.
Tina. I'm honored you feel this way about me. Really, I am. However, I'm an adult, and your instructor, no less. So as long as that's the case, my duty is first and foremost to watch over you until you graduate. I mean, this makes you even more of a fucking groomer. You're like, oh, you know, you're a 12-year-old child now, but in the future... I mean, technically she's not even 12, she's like 4. And if you still feel the same way at the end of it all, I'll give my answer then, okay?
Yes. I understand completely.
Like, just... why make her a 12-year-old? I'm just begging and pleading for answers, man.
As your student, and as your partner too. So, no matter what comes our way, I'll always be here by your side, forever.
Yeah, I mean, that one's fine. I just, like, I'm just so adamantly opposed to the romantic bend at all. Yo, what up? It's your boy Tommy T here to tell you about them dang black records. Alright, Altina. Oh my god, you gotta freaking read the dang computer. It's Ulster. Freaking Alan. Oh, there's a dang monster. It's not even a monster, it's a machine. They're different. Who am I supposed to be finding? Altina? Where the hell are you? There you are. Millium, Altina, this is where you were. Yep, enjoying some quality family time with sisters. Suppose I can't deny that label anymore. Absolutely not. Oh, you're finally starting to be more honest with your feelings. So proud of you, Tilly. Man, I'd be able to set you in astral form, but you still deserve a reward for that. Hug time! You know, if you're ever lonely, I'd be happy to go take a nap with you in the break room. Why would I ever want that? So much closer now. It's like they're regular sisters. It's heartwarming, really. That said, I cannot fully regain my composure. Thinking about last night makes my pulse race like nothing else. Kinda embarrassing to hear you say it out loud like that. Oh, what are Rean and Tilly whispering about? Is it kissy talk? We're not talking about anything. Don't mind me, it's gonna go bang my head against the fucking shelf for a second. Now, I do also need to remember to go back and do the normal Bond events to get the accessories and stuff. For everyone.
Wow.
Yeah, next scene. Remember, don't skip all. Okay, who's left? I think let's go ahead and do Muse. I want at least one character to trip when they run up. Is that too much to ask? You know, Muse, you know you don't have to run all this way.
Perhaps, but I wouldn't want to waste your time. After all, now that the party is over, you surely have none to waste before your little rendezvous. You and your beloved, locked tight in a secret tryst, while I lay in bed alone, face buried in a tear-stained pillow.
Alright, I already want to skip. Hey now, that's...
So, who's the lucky lady? Elisa?
One of your other classmates, perhaps? Of course, I mustn't discount Instructor Toa or Sarah. Oh my! Don't tell me it's Yuna! Or maybe even Elise?
Okay, hit her with a Breaking
Rean?
Dawn. Do it, Rean. Just freaking unleash it right on her.
Well, regardless, I'm glad I was able to be this close to you, even for a little while.
Like, Music, you're like trying too hard. Like, you're coming across as like obnoxious. But once you've got it all wrong, which I mean, I guess that's like her character, is that she's obnoxious. I'm not meeting with anyone after this. No tryst, no secret rendezvous, nothing.
What? What? What are you thinking? There are so many others out there who would give anything to be here with you. Too many to count. Tomorrow is our final battle. You should be spending tonight with someone special.
Yeah, and unfortunately we're here with you.
So, why? Why bother at all with the empty words of a rotten girl like me?
Honestly, I hesitated a bit at first, and yet I still called out to you over anyone else. Suppose I wanted most of all to make sure that you were at ease, given everything that's going to happen tomorrow. Who am I kidding? The truth is, I just wanted to see your face.
Instructor Rean. I had always thought that you'd already seen through my act. I thought that no matter how much I flattered or teased, it would never mean anything more to you than just...
Well, I'm a man, aren't I? I can only take so much teasing and beguiling before I start to crack. Now that I know the worries and struggles you go through, the determination behind everything you do. You're really so unbelievable that I might think of you as something more than a student?
I can't believe it. You really... My heart... It feels... like it's going to explode. I just can't help myself.
Understandable. Feelings aren't pieces you play on a board, after all. Teaching that alone is more than enough to make my choice worth it.
That's not fair at all.
The classic teacher move, date your student so that you can teach them a life lesson.
You're the adult here. You should know better than to toy with a young maiden's heart.
Sorry, that was a little much, huh? But for tonight, we're still teacher and student. I need to make sure I don't cross that line yet. God, I hate these lines so much.
What do you mean, yet? I never imagined you'd turn the tables on me like this, Instructor.
Honestly, I'm a little surprised too. Sorry if it was unexpected. I hope...
Ah, damn it! I love you!
Yeah, almost fine. I don't know. Kind of. Could have done without the starting bit with Muse being all, "Well, no, you'd never pick me." Like, I don't know. I mean, so far, I think the winner, I think it's actually Yuna. Now, we're getting into the ones that actually have, like, some amount of expectations for. So we'll see how that changes. Who am I looking for? Muse? Any Muses around here? I'm not playing you Advantage Masters, Muse. Wait, haven't we already played? We've never played you Advantage Masters? This is practically a meeting of the 4 great houses. You haven't seen Patrick make it a full set. We got together to go over what we know about our different regions and how the war is likely to affect them. The war's gonna last like 6 hours, alright? It's not gonna be that big a deal. As well as how we each ought to proceed should the war drag on longer than expected. I'm really sorry for putting that burden on your collective shoulders. To be fair, these two are already in positions where they have to govern their territory, but I'll accept the apology, sure. The entire world is in the balance here. We can't afford to leave anything to chance. Can we really let Angelica rule any territory? I mean, come on, man. You know our first act is going to be like bringing back Prima Nocta or something. Our final special ops missions need to be done today. We ought to collect ourselves and make sure we're ready by noon. That reminds me, I've spent quite a bit of time at a pom-pom party. It was Muse? I mean, that's fine. That makes sense, I guess. I really expected it to be Elisa. Haven't had a chance to challenge you yet. Speaking of games, it's also been a while since I played around Advantage Masters, so let me know if you fancy a match. Wait, would you? From what I know your Advantage Master skills, I'm sure you know Pushover and Pom Party either. Rean, you forgot that you're the greatest that's ever done it? Seeing your face makes me blush, though. Goodness, I need to get hold of myself. I feel the same way. We need to keep this professional. Don't worry, I flicked the switch. The entire world hangs in the balance here. We can't afford to leave anything to chance. That's why you can count on me to pull my weight. So who's next? Probably either Laura or Emma. Remember, don't skip all. We have Laura, Emma, Fee, Sarah, Toa. I guess Laura would be next. As we inch ever closer to a final bond event status. Laura!
Rean. I wasn't sure you'd come.
Of course I came. I was the one who invited you out here. It is kind of weird that Rean is late for the ones where he invited them, rather than the ones where he gets invited.
I know.
Well, not really late, but you know,
but
he
I
doesn't...
had no idea what to think. My heart's been racing the whole time.
Like, he's not the one who's there first, I guess I should say.
You asked to meet, just the two of us. Already knowing my feelings for you. And I know I'm far from the only one who has such feelings. There are others, more charming and more graceful.
Yeah, but you have a sword and Rean has a sword, so you got that in common.
Considering that, there's no way I wouldn't be this flustered.
And Kurt has 2 swords, so maybe we should pick him. Well, if you say so.
Don't laugh at me! I can't claim the same level of expertise in romance as I can with the blade. But like I said, I will neither run nor hide from my feelings. If you have your answer, I ask that you give it.
Alright then. I don't think Rean's so fucking cruel that he'd be like calling you out here to be like, no, gross. So, I mean, you already know the answer. Alright then. As you know, Laura, I am the sacrifice. There's no telling what might happen in tomorrow's battle. It wrecks me with guilt to know how many people will lose their lives because of me. Bro, shut up! It's too late to deny it now, but under no circumstances does that mean I'll ever abandon hope. Because I know that tomorrow, I'll have someone dependable by my side, someone more precious to me than any other. I know that because she's right here in front of me. I love you, Laura. Not as a dear friend and not as a fellow swordsman walking along the same path, but as one heart loves another.
Rean. Is this really happening? Or is this just some beautiful vision? A trick of the countless lights around us?
Erabonia pranked? Could a vision do this?
Just how many times have you done this before?
Whoa.
You didn't give me a chance. My face feels like it's on fire.
Just think of it as my little payback for Brianna. Besides, isn't the first time we've been in each other's arms like this?
Those hugs were simply to mark happy reunions.
Hey, remember back in CS2 when we potentially said we loved each other and then we just like forgot about it? Man, good times.
An embrace is a gesture of affection, sure, but a kiss is...
Like, yeah, what was up with that? We said we were gonna be together forever and we like kissed and everything and then like we just never talked about it again? So, you were saying?
Very well. I suppose I'll let you get away with it this once. But in return, you have to stay here. With me. Just a little while longer.
I'll stay. Not just a little while longer, but until dawn.
Bold as ever.
Rean, you gotta get some sleep, man. We leave at dawn, my dude. Okay, I actually really like that one. Realistically, I probably should have done Emma, because I think I had higher expectations for Laura than I did Emma. Or maybe not expectations, I don't really know how to best phrase it. I mean, I guess if you were, like, you know, if I had to put them in order, I would have done Laura before Emma. Well, if you know what I mean. Like, if we considered these as, like, the rankings of, you know, the ones I would have wanted to see, I would have rather have seen, like, if I could have only picked one, instead of doing all the saving and reloading stuff, I would have done Laura ahead of Emma's. I don't know, Emma's just... I feel like... Laura... I mean, Emma has the benefit of being, like, a more important character to some degree, but I also... I mean, they're both kind of boring, but I do think Laura has more chemistry with Rean than Emma does. Are you Emma? Yeah, what's up? Wait, you're not, I'm not talking to you yet. No, we'll talk to you later. I'm looking for Laura, not Emma. I was talking about Emma, and that mind flooded me. Hey, you two are sparring? Yes, we don't have a lot of time left, but I want to be prepared. After what, shouldn't you, like, go? Are you supposed to be, like, fighting the salt pail? I guess they did say they were sticking around with us for a while, but... Which doesn't really make sense to me. I didn't really think about that. Like, shouldn't they be immediately leaving to fight in the salt pails? Because, I mean, you kind of have to assume it's not going to be, like, a 20-minute thing. Or just in case it's not a 20-minute thing. I can't allow myself to rest on my laurels. Can you come a divine blade inspired me as well? Thanks, feels like there's more pressure than ever to be worthy of this new title. I may have glimpsed the path I needed to take on enlightenment, but I still have a long way to go before I can achieve that potential. It's good that you haven't given up on improving. I must admit, I was sure surprised when I heard about the enlightenment principle from Lieutenant General Bright. It sounds so outlandish, a level beyond forms, or reaction time, or mental or physical training. It's there where you can understand the essence of all things and control them as you wish. And somehow you reached that level before I did? Well, no, he didn't reach that level. That's what he just said. I think that you and Laura have already attained that level to some degree, just maybe not consciously. Perhaps. Regardless, there are no shortcuts when it comes to mastering the sword. I won't do to be impatient. Or it won't do to be impatient. All we can do is continue to polish our own skills, each in our own way. Well, sure, I guess that makes some sense. Rean, I don't know how you can stay so calm, especially with everything that's happened between us. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little giddy. I'm only keeping it together because everyone else is here. I see, this is one area where I clearly need more training. Just knowing that I'm not alone in how I feel helps though. I get through this, together. By their own admission, even my father and General Le Guin are still far from fully understanding the way of the sword. Just like you and your 8 leaves, I'll be working hard from here to hone my skills within the Arcade School. I don't know, you could like just learn every style. Like why does anybody ever try and learn all the styles? Like that's what Aurelia should be doing. She should be doing her best you know, Cassius cosplay and learning how to be a 8-leaf 1-blade lady. If she's all like, oh, I've achieved mastery of Arcade and Vander, like, you still got more to do. You could have 3 swords. You could have like a big sword, I guess another big sword, because the Vanders also use big. You could have 2 big swords and 1 small sword. Okay, remember, don't skip all. Emma?
Good evening, Rean. It's a wonderful night, isn't it?
Yeah, going back to the comparing Emma and Laura, one thing Laura does have over Emma is that Laura doesn't piss me off like Emma does with her vague bullshit of like, I know so many things that you don't, but I'm not gonna share with the class. Anytime that comes up, it just fucking sends me to the damn moon. It is indeed. It's thanks to you that we're able to enjoy ourselves tonight.
Well, Vita, Celine, and Grandmother are just as much to thank for that.
I mean, hell, they still haven't even explained why the hell they singled out Rean in the first place. Like, why they knew he was, you know, special and, like, sent Emma to make sure that he became the Awakener and all that.
But seeing as it led to this moment, I suppose I could stand to be a little prouder about it.
I mean, it's like, it would make sense for them to know. Like, I'm not saying, like, oh, it's ridiculous that they would know this knowledge. I just think it's weird that nobody's directly, like, been, like, well, you know, no one's ever asked about it. About why Emma was sent there in the first place, to look over Rean and whatnot. Because that would imply that they knew his backstory and then never shared it with him. Like, it just seems weird that's never been brought up directly. Emma. We both know I'm the sacrifice. There's no telling how tomorrow's battle will go. Rean, you have me to command you. That means you're gonna win easily, of course. In other words, this might be the last night we spend together. So I wanted to thank you and also to tell you something. I love you, Emma. Not just as a friend and not as the witch who guided me. You're kind, sincere. There's nothing in the world you wouldn't do for those precious to you. To be honest, sometimes it makes me want to keep you all to myself.
I feel the same way, Rean. I want to be more than just a benevolent witch. I want to be that special someone in your life.
Hey, speaking of benevolent witches, remember that time your cat tried to kill my sister? Your perfume, it's Aaron Flower. You said it elevates our feelings toward each other, right? You wore it just for me, didn't you? Thank you.
Perhaps, but you didn't need to bring it up. Oh, you always find ways to make me blush.
It's dang beautiful, ain't it? There they go, almost as if by magic.
Yes, there's no greater magic than that found in moments like these.
I don't know, I feel like the magic is about to destroy the whole world. It's pretty impressive, Emma. I mean, that's just me. Yeah, that one's good. I like Laura's more. So far, overall winner, it's probably Laura. It's probably Laura's reigning supreme for right now. trying to think I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel kind of bad, but I'm like, Elisa's was like really not any good. Like, maybe it's better if you had like done her bond event in the, because I would assume some of these are maybe a little bit different if you had done their bond event in CS3, or like, you know, done it on your save, right? Like for Laura, Emma, and Elisa's, which had the potential to be romantic back in CS3, maybe they're a bit better. Because I would assume, you know, whatever, like Laura's line about kissing or whatever would maybe need to be tweaked a bit if they had done it back in CS3. But Elisa's was just so short, and like, there was nothing to it. But maybe that's why it felt underwhelming. Like, I don't know, I don't want to say it's the worst, or like, I don't like saying it's the worst, but that's kind of how I feel, is that it was the most underwhelming of the bond events. Alright, what nonsense were you people talking about earlier? You had like 1,000 lines. Wow, this is a surprise. It's like a literature club reunion. You're right, and it's no mere coincidence. I'm finally convincing Sue to go along with my plan. Dare I even ask? Dorothy wants to publish a literary magazine and for us to contribute. After the war is over, of course. Oh, it's actually a lot more wholesome than I was expecting. It's really an honor you'd even think of including me. Don't be so modest, Tatiana. I've read your work. Don't worry, Tatiana. I will guide you through the forest of self-doubt and into the plains of true maidenhood. Just believe. But Dorothy... Thank you so much. I'll do my best. Oh dear. I can already tell you two are going to make a formidable team. And that's not all. Having Emma on the staff will be a great boon naturally, but Tatiana says she can get Ash to contribute some poetry as well. All of us working together. We'll take Erebonian literary culture to new heights. Dorothy, the mother of the Renaissance? You're even roping Ash into it? That's really going to be something. Even though the war's about to start, it doesn't feel like the magic from last night has worn off yet. How are you doing, Rean? I won't lie, I'm not calm at all. I'm just trying to keep it together in front of everyone. I feel a little bit better knowing that we've got that in common. But still, it's isn't the time to dwell on giddy emotions. Yeah, we need to focus on what we're here to do. I agree. It's possible we defeat the Ebonite, though. Today is the moment of truth. I'm gonna give it everything I've got. Which stole my catchphrase that I stole from Elliot. Okay, so now what we're going to do, now that we've reached the top 3 of bond events, we're gonna pause for a second, and I'm gonna go ahead and do all the other male bond events to get their accessories. And then we will reconvene to finish things off with our top 3 choices. Oh boy. Alright, so we're back from setting up all our bond events. I figured I'd use our last couple tickets to do the horror coaster and then scroll back through some dialogue just to show off a few more of those and not have to do it on screen. Got a perfect score because I'm the greatest that's ever done it. We did it with Crow. We used our last ticket on the coaster. Because, you know, what's a few war crimes between friends, am I right? Looks like we managed to hit our target goal. Like, you know, I mean, yeah, he's like a bad dude, but I mean, I guess he's cool still. Nice sharp shooting. Thought I'd have to carry it, so you held your own there. Just happy you had a good time. I know I did. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Come on, man, you don't ever pass up an invite from you. Guys like us can just make just about anything fun. Glad to hear it. I'll let you know if anything else comes up. Because after doing all the Ferris wheel stuff, we had like 3 tickets left, and I was like, I may as well do some of the horror coaster things, and we can go back and scroll up the dialogue. I did Sarah and Duvalie, I think? Where would yeah, we did Duvalie. It was basically, it was ghosts and them damn coasters. But she's not afraid. She's not afraid of no dang ghosts. And, you know, wants to do it again. Sarah, there's something I wanted to mention about Sarah's line. Yeah, might be a tad old for this one, but hey, ones that ever stopped me before. Really setting the mood for Sarah about to cradle rob Rean here in a second. Same with calling him kiddo. Yeah, really like it. And then Crow, what did you say? He said some stuff about how I'm gonna freaking shoot With my dual wielding perfection. Meanwhile, Crow didn't shoot a single time. We were in there. Really makes you think. Alrighty. So now, onward to our top 3. Right? I'm pretty sure there's just 3 left. Remember, don't skip all. Because Yuna, yeah, we've seen you, so it's just Fee, Sarah, and Toa. Instructor Sarah!
Hey, slow down there. No need to rush on my account. I'm just here a little early. Got way too antsy sitting around waiting, you know?
Listen, Instructor, I'm the sacrifice. Who knows what'll happen tomorrow? I feel like he has to say that every single time. This might be our last chance to talk like this. I don't want any regrets. That's why I asked you to meet me here.
I feel the same. I've also got my share of things I don't want to leave unsaid.
I love you, Sarah. I know I'm inexperienced and far from your type at that. But I want to be with you, now and forever.
I want the same, Rean. Yes, you were my student, but at some point you became something so much more. After we talked about my past, when I almost lost you at the canyon, I realized I never want to let you go. I want to be right here with you, always. Some instructor I turned out to be.
I've already graduated. There's nothing stopping us. Yeah, but it's, I mean, like, come on, Rean, man. It's still, like, a little weird. I mean, like, yeah, okay, Instructor's not, I mean, Sarah's not that much older than him, but, like, it's the principle of the matter, man. And plus, she still had a position of influence over him. Right? You know, the relationship was founded upon the idea that Sarah had the teacher relationship and was able to, you know, be something that Rean looked up to. I don't know. So far, this one's a little basic.
Look at that. They really went all out, huh? Couldn't ask for a better mood tonight. Makes me want to work all that much harder tomorrow.
Me too. We'll give it our all, together. Yeah, that one felt a little too generic. Like, I don't know, there weren't, like, enough uniqueness to the lines. Like, especially Rean's were kind of just, like, the same one he says to everyone, but, like, without much extra flavor on them. Still a little disappointed in the Sarah one. Alright, now we're getting to the ones, the two that I actually kind of have, like, expectations for. That, like, I'm hoping will be good. Oh my god, I gotta freaking talk to the dang computer. No, you can't hold down B or else it'll instant cancel you out. Okay, Sarah, where the hell are you? Sarah! Wow, seeing you three together is a rare sight. I think I just walked into the Thor's faculty office. I'm not going to teach you anymore, Rean. Actually, we're just going over which of our old instructors we'll be working with this time around. Oh, now I'm curious. As far as the main campus is concerned, we've got Makarov and Miro on our side. Vice Principal Heinrich and Beatrix have also offered to help. They'll be spitting up the See, Vice Principal. Who's the fucking principal, man? They'll be splitting up to cover Trista and assist the Arc Royale. That's good news. We need all the help we can get. It'd be nice to see those two again. I don't think I've spoken to them since before graduation. I still run to Beatrix every now and then. This is the first I've thought of Heinrich in a while. To be honest, surprised that old fuddy-duddy would agree to fight the system like this. Oh, I don't think he's that bad. I do. He actually says I do. But, he always had his students' welfare at heart, I'll give him that. Well, you see, the thing is, even though Risha's not in this game, she's, like, kind of fighting on the right side, so that's why he has to help out. Coming from a noble family like his, he's had his fair share of inner conflicts he's had to come to terms with. In the end, though, the man always seems to put aside his concerns about status and prioritize the students. Between the teachers and alumni, we're putting together an airtight defense against the society. Open up communication channels between the ship and all the others. All that remains are the final preparation and contingency plans. Great, keep up the good work. I still have ways to go. Yesterday's events keep flickering in and out of my mind for some reason. Same here. Last night's events feel like they were just a dream. I'm telling you, Joshua's gonna get some fucking... He needs to copyright that shit as the first person to say that in the series. And, like, get some mad royalty fees for everyone who keeps stealing his line. How many times I gotta tell you to cut out the sneak attacks? You can't get going on like this. More than anything, it isn't fair to the others. We just need to pull ourselves and get focused on the task at hand. Understood. Any of you guys gonna actually open your coffee or just kind of leave it sealed? We got Beatrix, Vice Principal Heinrich, the main campus students and alumni, not to mention the bracers from each country. That's a lot of assistance for Operation Shining Steel. Sure would suck if they were to put like a minor roadblock on the railway and then make it so the train couldn't move. See, that's how I know I'm right about the train shit, is like nobody's like, you know, tried to tell me how I'm a dumb idiot for questioning the use of the train. Because anytime I say anything, you know, there's always going to be at least one person who's like, actually, you're wrong. But nobody's been like, quit complaining about the train shit. That's how I know I'm right. Okay, I'm being facetious, but... Alright. Now is our real choice. Just like we're back in CS1. Between Fee and Toa. I don't know. Even now, right at this very moment, I'm like, I feel like it could go either way. Now what we could do is just pick both and then do the one that I think is best. That's an option. But no, I think whoever we pick here, we're gonna go with the other person regardless. And so I mean, there's like arguments for both, right? Toa was originally the one, well, in CS1, I didn't know Toa was an option until like the very end of the game, and then we ended up on that save file messing up because I didn't do enough Toa events, so we didn't actually get to unlock her bond. Her final bond event normally. So we went with Fee, who had originally been my choice, because Fee was just the character I liked the most in CS. Well, she was like the character I liked second most. My favorite character was Eustace, because, well, he's Eustace. Need I say any more? But Fee was my second favorite character. So in terms of the bond events, I went with her. Because I figured, you know, I'll at least entertain the romantic side of things. Like, give it a shot, not just completely, disregard it and call it bad. So we picked Fee, even though realistically I kind of wanted to pick Toa, but we couldn't. So then in CS2, I decided to go with Fee again just like for continuity's sake. But then you kind of have the break, right? With CS3 basically disregarding all bond events from CS1 and 2. So you have like a fresh, clean slate. So I kind of think for that reason, because honestly, I'd kind of like after CS1 I intended to do Fee for like all 4 games, just to like maintain a sense of continuity. But since that doesn't really matter as much, since there wasn't any romantic stuff with Fee in CS3, and anything from CS1 and 2 has been disregarded, like story-wise, I think we're going to do Fee now and save Toa for last. Get to make the choice that I kind of wanted to make in CS1, but the game wouldn't let me because it's like, you didn't do enough bond events, dummy. And I'm like, I don't want to go back. I already did like 8 videos on the festival. Fee.
You really came. Almost thought I dreamt it up for a sec.
Now it's time for Rean to be another cradle robber.
You've got tons of girls to choose from. So, why choose me, you know? Just didn't think it was possible is all.
Hey now, give yourself a little more credit, Fee. I know I've treated you like a kid all this time, but... well, I'm the sacrifice. Who knows what'll end up happening tomorrow? This might end up being the last time we have together. So if there's ever a time to tell you my answer, it's now.
Okay. I'm ready. Go for it.
You gross. And he walks away. Fucking got him. The old mega tear burn. That's for Rucker being a dick. I love you, Fee. Not just as a friend, and not as an older brother either. The man I am loves the woman you become.
I love you too, Rean. I want you to be more than just my friend. More than just part of my family. I want you as someone I can proudly present to the boss. Someone I can someday start a family of my own with.
Winning them over might take some work, but it's work well worth putting in. Wow, they really went all out, didn't they?
Oh, and there's one more thing, Rean.
Oh god.
Just so you know, I just turned 18. Today, actually.
Yeah, alright, it's still kind of like fucking... Just don't even bring it up. You don't want me getting started on the whole idea of barely legal, alright? You just don't want that. We don't have enough time. We're at 2 hours, Fee. I can't go on this rant about how the fucking entire concept of barely legal is like kind of disgusting. What, really? You should have said so sooner. I'd have thrown you a party or something.
Seriously? Get a clue. Hmm?
Oh. Well, I mean, even if you were, he could have still kissed you. Plus, come on, it's Erebona. We know the age of consent's like 7. Yeah, that one's really good. I really like that one. Please let me out. Okay, remember? Look at the dang. Yo, what up? It's your boy Tommy T. He's back again with the Black Records. Hey, yo, it's the computer. Why do you give 10,500? Such an odd number. Alright. Where you at? Fee? Any fees in the chat? There we go. Hey, Rean! Today's the big day. Yeah, it feels like it snuck up on us. I know what you mean. So wait, their cans are open, except for Machias's. But like, everyone else is drinking coffee, but it's still closed? I know what you mean. After the girl of Erebos appeared, it's just been one thing after another. Hard to believe that was only 2 months ago. Hope y'all managed to get some sleep last night. We're going to need you fresh and ready today. Yep, that's part of the job. Given the stakes, I couldn't help but be a little intense, but yesterday was rather helpful in that regard. How about you, Rean? You and Elliot were out pretty late. Oh, I promised to go meet someone. Wow, late night rendezvous. Way to go, Elliot. Pretty sure I can guess who went out with who, though. No, it's nothing like that. Now I'm really curious as to who it could be. But, anyway, let's get back on track. We still have a few hours for the strategy commences. We should use this remaining time as constructively as possible. If you're going down to the surface, hit us up if you need anything. Thanks, guys. Chance of improving things, even if it's just a little one. I'll do whatever's necessary. Let's let people hear the music of peace again. Still can't believe it. That we share the same feelings. Yeah, I know what you mean. We can't be all lovey-dovey. We need to stay professional. Yeah, you're right. Dino and Lee are helping. There must be something we can do. Seems Estelle, Josh, and the others are doing what they can to the last minute. We should also do our best in the special ops missions. And alright, let's head back in time. One last time to see the toaster. Better not disappoint me. And even if you do, it's fine. I'm not gonna hold that against you too much. You still have the honor of having like pretty much the best Bond event. Like the normal ones, at least. I'm not forgetting anyone, right? Let's just make sure. Okay, no, I think we're good. Bro, this motherfucker just say Miss Herschel? My apologies for being so late to our meeting.
What's with the miss? I keep telling you there's no need for formalities with me, Rean.
This motherfucker just called her Miss Herschel.
I know I keep having to mention I'm older than you, but we are still colleagues, you know?
Sorry. It's just, well, I was raised to respect my elders after all. Rean, you calling me an elder? What the fuck? This is off to an awful start, Rean.
Gosh, Rean, it's always something with you. You know how I feel, and this is what I get in return.
Just called her old. I'm only teasing. I really am glad you came, Tella.
Then show it, why don't you?
Sorry, I was just trying to lighten the mood. I know you're worried about me being the sacrifice. Rean, don't mention that he's a sacrifice 2022 challenge. Actually fucking impossible. Like I promised, I'm not giving up. I want the future still holds so much more for everyone. For us. I love you, Toa. They say the best things come in the smallest packages. You have more courage, determination, and a bigger heart than... Bro, so like, let's lay this down. Rean's out here trying to confess. He started by calling her Miss Herschel. Fucking weird. It's like, yeah, you're old. And now he's calling her short. Just a fucking banging confession. Even when you push yourself too hard, I love every part of you, shortcomings included. Once again, like, bro, there's nothing I want more than to be by your side, now and forever. Even though you're short and old.
Rean, I want to be with you too. Not just as a friend, or a colleague, but as your one and only.
Sorry, Toa, you must be this tall to ride the Rean machine?
Wow.
They really went all out, huh?
Yeah. By the way, Rean, don't think I didn't notice all those little jabs you snuck in there.
I just want to be as honest with you as I can. Like I said, I love every part of you, even though you're short. She's really not that short, though. I mean, like, that or Rean isn't that tall. Like, I don't know how tall Rean's supposed to be. But, like, I mean, he's only, like, one head length taller than Toa. That's not that much of a difference. So really, I think Rean, it's like, I think Rean's short. Like, can he really be talking shit about Toa being short when he's short? And well, you know, little jabs for little...
Okay, enough is enough.
Need I remind you I still have my gun?
If you really love me, then you have to prove it. I'm not going up there, you know. Well, or is that too much work for you?
Of course, as a matter of fact, this is perfect for us. Yeah, that's the best one. All right, we picked correctly. Like, there's just a lot more personality. Like, that's kind of what some of them were missing. Like, Sarah's was missing, like, just some like actual personality and chemistry. Like, the fact that Rean can tease Toa like that, it just makes it feel much more like realistic. Like, it feels like there's more chemistry there than just simple, you know, I love you too, that type stuff. Just kind of like makes you with like, you know, Sarah's and Elisa's. But yeah, really like that one. So our top 3 was a bit of a bust. Sarah's was not all that good. But our top 2 was pretty good. I would say it was probably Toa, Fee, Laura. Oh god, who all? How many? What characters are there? So, Toa, Fee, Laura. Who would I say was best after Laura? I mean, I guess Yuna, maybe? Laura, Yuna. Trying to remember. I liked Muse, Altina, Sarah, Elisa. Those are the ones that are left, right? Oh yeah, Emma as well. What was Emma's? God, I feel like Emma's has already been, like, removed from my mind. Which is probably not a good sign for hers. I guess Laura, Altina, Emma, Sarah, Muse, Elisa. I don't know. Really past the top 3, it's kind of like the rankings don't matter that much. I would say it's definitely Toa, Fee, Laura. Alright, we're going to call it here. Also, we should set up our real final party. Well, I don't know if it'll be like our final party. I'm undecided. I mean, I definitely we're going to use Usus for the Imperial Fortress stuff, right? Because Rufus is there, so he fits story-wise. And I mean, I do want to use a magic-based squad, because we haven't used a magic-based squad in a while. But honestly, I'm kind of thinking in the beforehand, because I've been wanting to reuse the party. I've been wanting to get the gang back together for a little bit now. Just a little Gargi Beetle Bros? Little Gargi Beetle Bros? And then like our backup squad. Because I mean, like, I want to use characters that I'm not going to use for the fortress. Now Eustace and Elliot are going to come with us to the fortress, because Eustace for plot reasons, Elliot because he's my fucking boy. Other characters, like, for our final, we'll probably try and use a magic squad for the actual fortress. So we'll probably bring like Muse and Emma. Characters we haven't used in a while. We haven't used you since Rutger. We haven't used Tita in a long time. Okay, you know, actually, let's bring characters that are fucking leaving us. Okay, except for Doobly, we just used you. And you'll be saying, didn't you just use Randy too? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, actually, we kind of... Okay, we'll bring Tita. Well... Okay, you know, Altina, you can come too, because I'm probably not going to use you for the fortress, because you're banned until the heat death of the universe. I don't know. These will be our main 4 that we set up. And plus, Randy, you're still set up, right? Yeah. Oh, and you're also set up. Oh yeah, we did actually have you on the party for the Arya Nerd stuff, but I just didn't ever use you. Now, you can be perfected a little bit, but... yeah. Overall, Bond events... pretty good. Some really good ones, a few meh ones. I mean, none were really outright bad. Even Elise's, which like I was most probably concerned with, and Altina's, they were fine. Oh yeah, we should go track down Toa before we I mean, at least we could read these. Powerful arcades was spotted in the Nine Hall Keep. Rawr. Saving others for Alan. I'm really worried about Alan. He put in a transfer request. We can go straight to the front lines and be closer to the fight. It's like he's a completely different person now. I don't know. Dump that man. Honestly, I didn't get to hold a tower festival this year, but I figured there's still time to put something together. And who else knows, the people here could use an excuse to celebrate and forget about their troubles. Bro, Rean needs to be asleep. Hey, you're over here. still no good. Even in circumstances like these, I'm still thinking about you. Yeah, it's the same for me, Tella. Really, that's so sweet of you to say. But we can't just flirt the day away. Fair point. Let's go talk about something else then. Now the preparation of the you haven't gotten completed. It seems RMP's role in this is over. Claire is in the Imperial Fortress. Yeah, you're right. Probably shouldn't mention that I saw her just last night. I told her time and time again not to, but she continues to take everything upon herself. It's foolishness, plain and simple. Maybe she's just like a bad lady. I have to agree. Wizard, I prefer not to drag you into our family issues, but if you have a chance to speak with Claire, please tell her that she needs to take a serious look inside herself. One day I'd like all three of us, Claire, Hisara, and I, to be able to visit Emil's grave together. No, maybe that's too much to hope for. Major Irving. Not just you, I have things I want to tell her too. I'm sure that goes for you, Altine, and the others as well. We'll help Claire, don't worry. Yeah, help her be relieved of her senses by knocking her unconscious and putting her in prison. I wish you the best of luck. Can't let me get myself distracted. The largest war in history will soon be upon us, and our task is to see it stopped. Part of the chain of command, I need to ensure that I've done absolutely everything within my power to see the task completed. Is your family in Heimdall okay? I think so. I haven't heard from them since yesterday. Uncle Fred's out with the military, so I'm feeling a little worried. I didn't realize. I hope that I can get in touch soon. I promise, we'll end the video eventually. Aunt Martha is really strong. I know she and Kyle will be safe as she can be. War breaking out can certainly change things, but that's up to us and how we're carrying things out, right? Right, we need Angelica and the others to take care of the salt pails. Once the barrier's down, we'll head outside towards the fortress and the Courageous too, but Crow will... Toa. I'm sorry, I promised Angel I wouldn't talk about this anymore. In any case, I'm gonna give everyone my full support. Let's see this through to the end. Together. Beatrix. Did you say the same thing? Yeah. Alrighty. So alright, we'll call it here. Next time we will begin the long process of talking to everybody. Should be fun. Should be fun. I'm kind of excited, even though I do desperately want some combat. We might actually start things off with a trial chest or something, or not a trial chest, our monster. But I'll have to set everyone up first. Yeah, I'm Extra87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys. Alright, so we're back actually. I lied about that being the end of the video because it's not long enough. This should be tacked on to the Bond event video. This is me from the future. I was reminded about judging people for the achievement completion percentages on Steam at least. And I remembered that I didn't actually do that, even though I should have, because yesterday for some reason the Steam overlay I think was broken, so I wasn't getting achievement pop-up, so I didn't think about it. And I mean, we'll preface this by saying I don't know if I can be friends with the community anymore after looking at these achievement percentages. Like, at the very least, we can't sit at the same lunch table anymore. Like, I don't know if I can be seen in public with you all. There is one shining light of baseness, but there is a crime against humanity involved. So, alright, let's all tab out and look at this. Well, you don't get to look at anything, because I don't care enough to switch over to a display capture. So basically, starting at the top, it's Elisa at 33.4%, which is like, alright, she's way ahead of everyone else. The second is 26%. Which I get it. Lisa's supposed to be like the canon choice, and everyone like tells everyone to pick Elisa because she has like more detailed stuff apparently. Now, I can't really speak on that too much. I have to just assume the reason her Bond event was, for lack of a better term, complete and total hot ass, and not in the good way, was because on this save we didn't do her Bond event, or like the romantic bend of her Bond event back in CS3. Like, maybe it's better if you had done that on the save that you loaded in. I'm honestly a little baffled though, because I felt like Elisa's Bond event was like actually by far the worst. But I'm going to assume that maybe it's better if you had done it in CS3 as well. Second is Laura, which is a little surprising, if only because Laura has not really been at the top in the previous games, but actually I kind of liked that because I thought Laura was one of the better Bond event events in general, and I've always figured that she should be like more popular just because like Lady with Sword. So that's cool. Of the more popular characters from like original Class 7, Laura would probably be like my second choice, aside from like Fee, not counting Toa, of course, who's not really a Class 7 member. Then third is Emma at 24.6%. That's fine. I don't really have anything against Emma. Her Bond event was just a little mid. Wasn't really like, you know, bad or good, just a little in the middle. And plus I expect, I mean, Elisa, Laura, and Emma being the top 3 also makes sense because they were the only ones that were explicitly romantic in CS3, so anyone who picked them were probably going to kind of continue through for continuity's sake. Then it's Muse, number 4. I mean, I don't know. I didn't really vibe with her Bond event that much, and don't really like Muse's character that much. But it was fine. I mean, it could have been much worse. I'm not too opposed to it now. I mean, really, anyone else? I mean, of new Class 7, I think, I don't know, they're all kind of objectionable, in all honesty, because Muse is the youngest member and everything. Well, aside from Altina, who's like 4 years old, but like, whatever, we'll talk about that later. Then it's Sarah, which is like, okay, that's fine. Just even if I ignore my own like personal slight misgivings over the whole teacher-student thing, I was a little disappointed with her actual Bond event though, but I do think Sarah and Rean have like pretty good chemistry as a whole, so it makes sense for her to be on the upper half. She's very slightly beating out Fee, who's at 23.4%. A little surprised there because I feel like Fee is just a pretty good character overall, and there's decent chemistry between her and Rean. Not like amazing, but it's pretty good. I would say it's better than her Rean's chemistry with like Emma or Muse or Yuna or all the other characters for the most part. Then it's okay. This one doesn't really count, but then it's Celine and Duvally, but who are like joint together. They don't really have like a super final Bond event. They're not like mutually exclusive, so I don't count them as much, but I thought their like normal Bond event capstones were pretty good though. Well, they were decent. Duvally's was pretty good. Celine's I don't really remember. Then it's Altina. I mean, on one hand, I'm like, Altina is a great character. Her being at 22.7%, like, I don't know, it's kind of like, I'll take it as a mixed victory and a loss. On one hand, I'm like, she's a good character, so she should be high up, but on the other hand, I absolutely fucking hate the romantic idea of Rean and Altina, considering Altina is like fucking 4 years old, and is clearly coded to be a child, and looks like a 12-year-old, and so many other things that just, I hate it. Then Alphen, which is like, okay, Alphen's fine. I just found Alphen, like, I feel like the relationship between her and Rean is very arbitrary. And that it's just like, I don't know, I just can't get over the whole, like, it's like the princess. You can, like, date the princess, man, the princess. I'm like, I don't know, man. Plus, Alphen is just, like, a bad character in CS1, so you're off to, like, a kind of not a good foot with her. But she definitely gets better in 3 and 4, and to a lesser extent, too. Then Yuna. On one hand, I'm kind of the same with Altina, where Yuna's a great character, which is kind of a little surprising because Yuna was the top in CS3. Now, granted, it wasn't actually romantic in CS3, thankfully. So I think making Yuna romantic was like a huge misstep and shouldn't have been done. But now we get to, like, we have to come back. In second to last is Toa at 21.4%. I want you to fucking apologize. Like, everyone needs to apologize to Toa. How the fuck can you do this to her? How can you put her in second to last place? She's by far, not only is she the best character, she's the character that has the most chemistry with Rean. You're all fucked, alright? Every single one of you. Even the ones who picked Toa, you're fucked. You didn't evangelicalize hard enough, alright? I'm disappointed in every single person, maybe. But to end things on a positive note, there is one shining light of baseness. The one character I haven't mentioned, Elise, is in fucking last place. Oh, that's pretty pog. At 21%, no, 21% is way too fucking high. I'm just gonna hope that that's mostly people like me who just did it because of completion's sake. I also do have a bone to pick with everyone who comments on these videos in particular, not just the community at large, the micro community. Why did no one fucking warn me that apparently if you just ignore Elise, Patrick gets to like slide up in there and Rean stops being a weirdo potentially? Like, why was I would have not done her bond events if I'd known that, man. I would have had a free out. Because I only did it because, like, that's my thing, is that I play these games to, like, completion and do everything, even if I don't want to sometimes. And, like, there was an excuse. I didn't have to. I could have had a good reason not to do the Elise bond events, and nobody warned me. I don't know, man. I feel so betrayed. But alright, I think we'll call it here and actually end the video for real, since this video is probably like 2.5 hours long now or something. But I just remembered we should probably go ahead and do that and do it in this video. You know, I'm recording this in the future. I'm probably about like 6 or 7 videos ahead of this video as of recording. But yeah, overall, you know, I mean, come on, how could you do Toa that bad? Not only, I mean, she even had like a great bond event on top of it too. It's not even like she's like a good character who's like bond event like flubbed out, like say Sarah. Like, she's a great character and her bond event was fire. Like, you're all lost, all right? Freaking mother.